I'm from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ken Godler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Rugby and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in National Light Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inai Ali and I'm from Ba and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. Tonight, better lease arrangements for cane farmers. Matuanga squatters accept relocation to McCoy. NFRA continues to lift the benchmark. Tenants on Itoke land will now know in advance if their leases aren't going to be renewed. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama, who is also the chair of the Itoke Lands Trust Board, has directed that tenants with expiring leases be given 5 years of notice of non-renewal. Ritika Pratap reports.
The news will come as relief to thousands of farmers in the sugar belt areas. They will no longer be at risk of finding out at the last minute that they have to leave their farms.
This gives you certainty and enables you to make proper plans to find somewhere else to live. It is about giving leaseholders security and peace of mind to enable them to properly manage their affairs in their life.
Speaking to farmers in Rakiraki yesterday, Bainimarama highlighted a number of measures to boost the sugar industry. The TLTB and the government have set aside $500,000 each to assist disadvantaged tenants who are behind in their rent.
This includes the elderly without pensions and who are ill, tenants of all ages with a chronic illness, those who have lost their jobs, or those with disabilities. There is specific assistance for elderly cane farming tenants above the age of 60 with no other source of income other than cane proceeds. We will pay their leases for them.
Bainimarama says the Itoke Lands Trust Board has also agreed to set aside another $1 million to assist cyclone-affected farmers with the payment of their leases. Details of this initiative will be released in the next few weeks. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Meanwhile, assessments are underway to decide the future of the Penang sugar mill in Rakiraki. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says this will decide whether the mill will remain or be refitted as a syrup mill. The sugar minister says a decision will be made in the next 2 months.
Whichever way we go, a full mill or a syrup mill, it will not affect your ability to supply cane. And the work will commence immediately the assessment is completed.
With regards to the damaged bridge at Penang, Bainimarama says reconstruction will be complete before the next crushing season. Prime Minister held similar consultations in Ba today. He'll be meeting farmers in Lautoka tomorrow. More than 400 people living in the Nanuku and Vaindongo informal settlements in Vatuanga, Suva, have accepted it's time to move. The freehold property is about to be developed by owners, and all squatters have been provided government land in McCoy 8 miles. Tokasa Renima reports that while many residents are reluctant to move, they know there's little choice.
Some of these families have lived in these two settlements for more than 30 years. Nanuku settlement spokesperson Pastor Timothy Walwala says it won't be easy for them to move.
Life is very easy for moving and schools, and especially we are staying near to town. The bus fare is very cheap.
Walwala says following a few meetings with government officials, families who initially resisted the relocation are coming around to the idea and realize that better times may be ahead.
Try to call and make another meeting for us to have a special meeting for the second meeting to confirm that we are relocated to get a new place, and they explained to us about they can give about $10,000. This is the first time, I think that's the first government to make it a promise we can give us that some amount of money.
65-year-old Mere Vengarabibola is one of the longest residents of Nanuku settlement and says her dreams for her family to have a secured place with electricity and water is about to become reality.
I am so thankful to the government. Now I feel secured that my family can have a proper house for themselves.
The 50 acres of settlement belongs to the Bindi Brothers Company and will be developed into an industrial, commercial and residential area. Attorney General Ayasat Kayum and the Minister for Local Government Praveen Kumar met with families in Nanuku and Vaindongo settlement last week. They've been offered residential leases in Makoi from next year. Tokasarenima, FBC News.
The Fiji Roads Authority is mindful it must continue pouring money into the upgrades because of the expectations of taxpayers. Chief Executive John Hutchinson says as conditions improve, demands on the FRA also increase. Edwin Nand reports.
There's been a marked improvement in the national road network, but for the Fiji Roads Authority, the benchmark keeps moving higher.
When you improve the roads or roading infrastructure, community expectations change and they increase. And I am the first to acknowledge that. The challenge for the FRA and its consultants and its contractors, and I use the term FRA in the broadest possible sense, is that we have to adapt and change to those changing community expectations as well.
Hundreds of kilometers of roads have already been upgraded on the highway as well as smaller networks in the rural areas. FRA boss John Hutchinson says the work is far from over.
As society and the community develops, community expectations change. And as I say to people, the population of Fiji is probably approaching 1 million now, if it hasn't already reached that figure. There's probably 1 million highway engineers in Fiji because everyone has an opinion on the roads, good or bad, and everyone's an expert on the roads.
The new chief executive admits they won't be able to meet all the expectations all the time, but the trick is to manage everyone's needs adequately. The FRA is going through a restructure to streamline operations and maximize output. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
A 16-year-old student of Lambasa is the latest drowning victim. Police have confirmed that the student was swimming with his cousin in the Nangata River in Benau, Lambasa when the incident occurred at about 2 p.m. yesterday. Attempts to revive him were unsuccessful. The drowning death toll stands at 12 compared to 21 for the same period last year. Coming up on FBC News, 4 arrested over spate of robberies in Pacific Harbour. And voter registration cards issued in Taviuni. Stay with us.
do warnong wale buna Bula FM oro kachi salabelawa e musundon do taltena wale buna bingora buna Bula FM baltendo totoga bauti na lenru do tara so na bisere so me bauti na tu na binga lili ena lo muni burobo
ni Bula oyo na dango Luisa Marau o maramani como o Bakaston Chingo na Suva Handicraft Center onde warorongo na Bula FM number 2 na sere
Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Welcome back to FBC News. Now, police have arrested 4 men alleged behind a series of robberies in the Navua and Pacific Harbour areas. They were produced in the Navua Magistrates Court on Friday, charged with aggravated burglary and theft for their alleged involvement in a spate of crimes. Sharon Shivan reports.
Residents in Pacific Harbour are concerned about their safety after numerous home invasions over the last month.
I am one of the caretaker of the villas that was breaking, so it doesn't take long of what they've done to the villa, and I'm so glad that they've got the 3 persons who have done the robbery.
Nisara says this isn't the first time either. They've been victims of robberies in the past as well.
They're just looking after for the money and the drinks. Grateful that they didn't bash the villa out. It was all right. And we're grateful that the villa was okay, and the only thing they were looking for is the booze and the money.
Police investigations have linked the 3 suspects to other burglaries and theft. A 22-year-old accused has also been charged for a further count of burglary and theft for breaking into the house of a pastor in Navua on the 12th of July, who stole laptop and iPods. The accused will be produced at the Navua Magistrates Court tomorrow. The Fiji police force is ensuring that those who want to prey on the innocent and rob them of their hard work are apprehended. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
The Fijian Elections Office undertook a comprehensive voter registration and ID card replacement drive in Taveuni this week. Our northern correspondent Eleanor Turangaivu accompanied a team to the island. She files this report.
3 teams from the Fijian Elections Office combed through the island of Taveuni in an attempt to ensure that all Fijians living on the island have access to voter services. The card replacement drive was brought to Taveuni after several requests following the aftermath of Tropical Cyclone Winston. I'm here at Waitambo village on the island of Taveuni, one of the few villages that was badly hit by Tropical Cyclone Winston. Due to the devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Winston, many of the families lost their personal belongings. This included their voter registration card.
Most of our homes were destroyed by TC Winston, and most of us, our cards were lost and some damaged, so we had to throw it away. We are glad the team has come to our village because it's a long walk to the main road, and it also takes a lot of time to travel to the main centers to get our new cards.
At Lavena village on the northern tip of the island, about 50 homes were destroyed during the cyclone. The visit by the elections office was a welcome relief.
I'm really relieved. I was planning to go to Lambasa on Monday to get a new card, but now I don't have to, and have saved a lot in terms of travel expenses.
It's really good that they have come right to our village to do this. If only they had made an announcement on the radio that they would be here, because many of those not here today would have wanted to get their new cards as well.
The team also made brief stops at Korbo village in Boma and Wais settlement, allowing even the elderly who never had a chance to register during the last elections to do so.
Quite a number of people here did not cast their votes in the last election because they were not registered. Now they can register because the team is here in the village, so they will be able to vote in 2018.
The card replacement drive in Taveuni saw many registered voters come forward to either replace their lost or damaged elections voter registration card. Some made changes to their addresses while others came to register for the first time. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Fulton Hogan Highways will be undertaking road upgrade works on the island of Rambi for the next 2 months. The road has deteriorated due to erosion caused by strong waves and spring tides. FHH will widen the roads, repair 5 seawalls, reinstate 6 washouts and clear the drainage. This will provide better access to Rambi schools, health centres and a range of businesses. Over 2,000 people live on the island. Sur Sangharsh, a local singing competition, held its eliminations in Suva last night. The competition run by Saregama Events Group promotes local talent, identifying singers through auditions and nurturing them. This is the 3rd year for the show, which has so far provided a performance platform for more than 30 youth between the ages of 12 to 25 years. And winners last night were awarded prizes from $1,000 to $350. Now, believing in what you do and standing up for what is right is what 23-year-old Luisa Tuilao loves to do best in her life. Tonight's Successful Fijian features the Queen's Young Leaders Awards first recipient, Luisa Tuilao, for her exceptional work in the community. For the Namara Tailevu lass, receiving the Queen's Young Leader Award was the icing on the cake, as the real reward was seeing her achievement pay off. Senia Nimboila has the story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
The Queen's Young Leader Awards recognizes and celebrates exceptional people aged 18 to 29 from across the Commonwealth who take the lead in their communities and use their skills to transform lives. For the youth activist Luisa Tuilau, the Queen's Young Leaders Award program is a platform to advocate on issues in the Pacific.
The platform provides us with the opportunity to let the world know that we, the youth in the Pacific, have come together in one voice to advocate on issues affecting us. This youth group is a Pacific Island youth movement to positive change.
Tuilau applied for the Queen's Young Leaders program, believing it would provide a platform to increase awareness of Pacific Island issues have been advocating, such as West Papua's struggles for self-determination.
Feel encouraged and motivated to continue addressing social justice issues in the Pacific, such as the human rights violations in West Papua and their fight for self-determination.
Tuilau says the award recognized the work of Young Solowarans, a regional organization for young people with chapters around the Pacific. The double major program USB student credited them for providing support and guidance.
Solwara Pacific is made up of youth across the Pacific Ocean who are actively working to build a better and safe environment for all. This award is for all young Solwaras across the Pacific who are actively addressing human rights violations.
The Young Solowarans chapter in Fiji consists mainly of concerned USB students who advocate through dance, poetry, song, art and social media. Tuilau is one of 60 from around the world who received a unique package of training, mentoring and networking, including a one-week residential program in the UK, during which they collected their award from Her Majesty the Queen. Tuilau has encouraged all young people of the Pacific to speak up where there is injustice and to continuously address specific issues because the future of the Pacific depends on them. Senia Nimboila, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up in sports after the break, Semi Kunatani ready for Rio Olympics. And huge turnout at Fiji Car Club event. Stay with us for this and more.
Bula, I'm Duri from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome to FPC Sports, and Semi the Beast Kunatani is looking forward to making Fiji proud in Rio, Brazil next month. Kunatani, who made his debut in Sevens rugby in 2013, believes nothing is possible without teamwork. Melita Manga reports.
In every facet of play at the Hong Kong.
The 24-year-old of Nangali Moreno Vosa says his sights are firmly set on gold at the Rio Olympics.
This is a dream come true for me to represent our nation, and I'm just looking forward to go out there and play my heart out for my country.
Kunatani adds all they have to do is to have the right attitude and right mindset.
We will take one game at a time, and every game is a final. We will stick to our game plan and play as a team. Every game is a final.
The Fiji Sevens team will leave for Brazil on Tuesday. Melita Manga, FBC Sports.
42 cars competed at the Lincoln Refrigeration quarter-mile drag race and drag wars in Pacific Harbour today. As Rohit Deo reports, the Fiji Car Club is progressing slowly, recording bigger numbers from previous races.
Another successful event by the Fiji Car Club.
Organizers were overwhelmed with a huge turnout.
I think it's one of the highest number of cars that has taken part in an event organized by Fiji Car Club. So we're very happy with the turnout. Also the spectators numbers has come up as well. We had about 450 members that have turned up to spectators that turned up today. So we're very happy with the event.
The concept of holding the drag wars and quarter-mile drag race together has seen a huge increase in numbers. The Fiji Car Club is planning to hold all races in the same way.
Yes, that combination has put dividends on Fiji Car Club. It's a positive sign for us as well. This format has really pushed people to come out to see this event, and definitely we will stick to this for the rest of the event.
Lincoln Refrigeration has been sponsoring this event for the past 5 years, and looking at the increased interest, they are likely to continue with their support.
We always sponsor Fiji Car Club, doing this for quite long now. And as Ravin Nath is also a good client of ours, and he always approaches us, and we never say no to him. No.
Ravin Nath took out the quarter-mile event with a time of 10.29 seconds, while Lawrence Assam finished second at 10.80 seconds. Ravi Nair came third, recording 11.30 seconds. Sandeep Prakash won the drag wars event. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
3 New Zealand teams will feature in the semi-finals of Super Rugby this year. 189 points were scored in the last 3 quarter-finals, with the Hurricanes thumping the Sharks 41-0, the Lions upsetting the Crusaders 42-25, while the Chiefs thrashed the Stormers 60-21. Nanranga will play Neita Siri, while Suva will host Namosi in the semi-finals of the Skipper Cup competition. Namosi edged Malolo 5-3 in the last round-robin match last night to secure 4th spot on the standings. Here is the only try from the match.
So it's Ramboli that throws it in for Namosi, and Namosi win the line out well. It's held there. It's about 10 meters away from the Malolo try line as Namosi forwards rumble. And Namosi try and get in there, and the Becks are coming in also. Oh, they give Delight Tenai gets in there. They all get in there. It's a try for Namosi, and Namosi have got the try. 28 minutes in the first half. Tangi Vatoa, 5 inside the Namosi territory. Mboko gets it out, and Solon Drow, he does well. He fires it downfield, and that might just run away too far. Yes, it does. So let's see what Malolo decides. Referee looks at his time, and he says it's all over. Namosi are in the Skipper Cup semi-final.
The Nasinu football side defeated Northland Tailevu 3-1 in the Vodafone Senior League today. The win keeps the pressure on leaders Lami, that has 12 points after 6 matches, while Nasinu and Navua have 11 points each. Nasinu are yet to play Lami and Navua. And the Senior League continues next weekend. The successful completion of the 3rd Suva Marathon has put more pressure on the organisers to set up a bigger event next year. The annual run has seen a huge increase in numbers since it started in 2014. Rohit Deo tells us more.
The Suva Marathon was not only about athletes racing, but also encouraged healthy living and promoted Suva as a tourist destination.
Well, definitely we'll try to make it bigger and better, and we'll try to keep it aligned to our goals, which is to promote healthy living, reduce NCDs, and then also promote Suva as a destination for a world-class sporting event.
Minister for Youth and Sports, Lesenia Tuitomu, says the event also helps government implement its initiative.
You know, it is more than a full body workout, running the marathon. Burn calories, toning the body, and improving your overall health.
700 athletes took part in last year's event. The numbers grew to more than 1,000 this year. With this type of momentum, the organizers are hoping to take the event to greater heights next year. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Fine weather, apart from some cloudy conditions about the eastern parts of the larger islands, was experienced today. Lambasa was once again the hottest centre, registering 32 degrees. Ba was on 30, Nandi on 28, while Suva and Savu Savu were the coolest on 27 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast, far and apart from isolated brief showers about the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, it should be fine. It will be cool at night. Moderate easterly winds fresh at times and moderate to rough seas. As for Tuesday, more fine weather with cooler nights are expected. Recapping the main stories, TLTB directed to provide 5-year notice for expiring leases. Squatters in Nanuku coming around to relocation in McCoy, and FRA continues to lift the benchmark. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to this week's poll question, and we are asking, is the Fiji Sevens team name for the Olympics the strongest ever? To answer, visit our FPC website. Do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fpc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FPC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us those news tips at FPC News or hashtag FPC News. You've been watching FPC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Good night.
मैं हूँ रेहान खान कुरबो तालेबू के जैसे फेस्टिवल ए ग्रेड है कुरबो में उसी तरह मिर्ची एफएम नंबर 1 है कुरबो में
एलिन लटुका में मिर्ची एफएम को लॉक कर दिया जाए मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट
हम नकाशी से साइमान है हमारा फेस्टिवल जैसे नंबर 1 है वैसे मिर्ची एफएम नंबर 1 है
माय नेम इज दिनेश हम नैंडी में काम करता है स्लीपिंग जायंट जिपलाइन में और मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट आई लाइक इट
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट